Most people don't have a knowledge problem. They have a presence problem. You know that you need to be grateful. You know that you should be going on walks. You know what would help, but you never are actually living it. That's why everything feels like you're numbing out. I want to share with you a quote on this idea. The quality of your attention determines the quality of your life. William Jones. What's up? My name is David. Welcome to the Build for Joy podcast, where my goal as a coach is to 10x your joy, to get rid of cycles of shame and guilt, and to pursue the life that you were meant to do out of joy, not out of obligation. And today I want to talk about presence, about being present with yourself. Again, you know the right things, you know what you should be doing. Some of you may even be doing the right things, but you're not present in them. And so it just feels like a numbing agent, just feels like you're numbing yourself. I hear this over and over again with the people that I'm coaching is now I am doing that. I am, checking out. I am resting. I am doing these things, but you're never present. You're never intentional. And so it just feels like you're numbing out. That's what today's episode is going to be about. Here is our big idea today. Most people are trying to change their lives from the neck up, but real change only happens when awareness moves into the body. We all know the right things, but are we embodying the right things? Again, we want to just make change from the neck up. We are a very enlightened people. We know, we think, but we don't live as people that do the right things. Does that make sense? And so, presence isn't just this new age vibey word. It's a skill. And without it, even the right habits, the right things just become things that we go to numb ourselves, to distract ourselves. And if you want to be real, and if you want real change, it's not just about numbing out, but about being present to your life and to your situation. So let's get into it. Again, my name is David. I'm a joy coach. Make sure you are liking, subscribing, follow us on Instagram. Let me know if these episodes have been helpful to you. Comment down below. Let's get into the three things that I want to share with you about presence today. Knowing the right thing isn't the same as experiencing the right thing. People know gratitude helps, movement helps, stillness helps, but knowing about something isn't the same as being with it. One of the things, my wife, we're watching a show, we're going to dinner, and she's like, "You're here, but you're not here." Those of you that are married, comment amen. You know what I mean? And you get frustrated because you're like, dude, we're doing the same thing. We're in the same room. And she goes, yeah, but you are not here. You're not with me. You're not doing this with me. We're just sitting in the same room. And that is true of our feelings. That is true of our emotions. That is true of even the good things that we're trying to do. And it starts to feel like you're numbing out because it's your body going, hey, we're in the same room, but you're not with me. You're not with your emotions. You're not present with your feelings. You're not present, even the good things or the bad things that you're doing, and you are living on autopilot. And so this episode is about you checking out of your brain and checking into your body. Again, you can go on a walk and never arrive. You can pray or meditate and never really feel. You can rest, but still be tense. This is not a discipline failure. This is about being absent from yourself. Again, and one of the goals that we have to do, I think for men, this is really hard. Most of the guys I coach are Hispanic men between the ages of 25 and 35, and no one has taught us how to be present. And so we're constantly absent from our emotions, from our body, from our feeling. And a lot of this stems from how we were raised. Our parents, our dads specifically, were very absent. So you might know how to provide. You might know how to come in and make sure the kids are doing what's right, but you're never present, even with yourself. And one of the crazy things, the men that I coach, they're so good to other people. They're good husbands, they're good fathers, they're leaders in their churches or in their communities, in their workplaces. A lot of the guys that I coach are stand up men in the outer world, but in the inner world, they are not present with themselves. And so they know how to be a good father. They know how to be a good friend. They know how to help everyone around them. They just don't know how to help themselves because they're so absent from themselves. And so I coach guys on how to start to become present to themselves, present and aware of their lives. So again, knowing the right thing isn't the same as experiencing the right thing. That's number one. Number two, when you're present, life stops being about numbing. When you're present, you stop numbing. Another way, when you're not present, life becomes numbing. So if you're present, you can stop numbing. When you're not present, life becomes about numbing, about checking out. This is what I keep seeing when I'm coaching again. People aren't choosing bad habits, they're just choosing distractions from their own bodies. You would rather be anywhere else but in your own body. Your mind is distracting you so much that you don't know how to be in your body. So even good things feel flat. Gratitude becomes a checklist, walks become podcasts, rest becomes scrolling. One of the big things that I've recently started doing is when I take a shower, no music, no podcast. Over the last couple of years, when I would shower, I would listen to a podcast, I would listen to a conversation, I would listen to a lecture. But I started to realize that this then just became something I was doing to numb out. I didn't want to be present with myself, even in the shower. And those of you that know, there's that saying, usually the best thoughts or ideas come in the shower. Why? Because you're so present with yourself. One of my favorite things to do is find hobbies where the only thing you can do is be present. Biking, basketball, skateboarding, surfing. If you pick up a phone, if you think too much, you're going to hurt yourself. And so I love getting into these things where you have to be fully present. If not, you can't do it. If I'm mountain biking on a mountain bike trail and I'm not present, I'm going to fall over. I'm going to hit a root. I'm going to hit a tree. I'm going to miss a turn. I have to be present. And these things teach me how to be present. And some of you are even into these things, but you're not present anywhere else. And so you can't even be present there. Today's episode, again, is about being present, being aware. Presence gets replaced with noise. And over time, joy doesn't disappear, it just goes offline. The noise in your life causes clarity to go away. And when you're not present, you live in the drama of the noise. But being able to slow down and be present with yourself, with your emotions, allows you to begin to notice, to slow down, to breathe. It is your nervous system begging you to slow down. One of the things that happens is I have lived in these negative, critical, judgmental loops of self talk. And it frustrates me that I can't turn it off. I know what I have to do to turn it off, but really I'm not present. And so my nervous system is going crazy, and not being able to turn it off adds to the noise. But if I can learn to just be present, to calm my nervous system, then I can allow myself to turn it off. If you can just be present, it allows you to stop numbing and it allows you to be active in and a participant in your life. Number three, last point, presence is where joy actually enters the system. Joy is constantly, I believe, bombarding your life, but when you're not present, you're almost rejecting it. When you're not present, you can't accept joy. Again, this not only idea, but this is what really happens in my relationship with my wife. She goes, "You're here, but you're not here." And this is constantly what joy is doing. And it's inviting us to be present with our lives. The reason why you need to be present is because without learning to be present, not only can you not change things, you cannot participate. There's joy all around you all the time, but you have to learn to be aware of it, to be present to it. But if you can't be present at all, you can't begin to see the good things in your life. This is why joy matters, this is why joy is important. Joy doesn't start in your thoughts, it starts in your attention. Joy doesn't start in your thoughts and your knowing and your thinking. It starts in being attentive. When you slow down enough to feel your breath, your feet on the ground, the moment you are actually in, this is where joy can find you. Most of us are on the run. We're numbing. We're either going or we're numbing or we're not doing anything. But it is when we're present that joy can find us to become the men we were supposed to be. Joy doesn't have to be chased down, it shows up on its own. Presence is the bridge between knowing and becoming. I'm going to say that again. Presence is the bridge between knowing and becoming. Most of us are so frustrated because we feel like we're missing out. Most of us are so frustrated because we feel we haven't reached the point yet. Most men are living with this boiling, bubbling anxiety and fear and frustration because we haven't reached it yet. But presence is the bridge between knowing and becoming. Take a breath, slow down. We can get there. A couple maybe hesitations or listener questions that you may be having. I don't have time to be present. Your mind's already telling you the negative critical voice. You don't need more time. You need less distraction. Limit maybe TV time, maybe playing time. YouTube. It's funny. My sister was here a couple months ago. She said, every guy I know just watches YouTube. I said, shut up, get out of here. You don't need more time. You need less distraction. You have the time available to be present. You just choose to do activities that are numbing you, not keeping you present. Another hesitation. I already know all of this. Knowing is an embodiment. If it hasn't changed your life, it hasn't landed yet. Here's the thing, a lot of the things that I teach, a lot of the things you hear me talk about, they're stupid, they're cliche, and you might be frustrated and angry that I'm even saying them over and over again. I know because I was. This sounds so stupid to people that are just numbing themselves. But when you become present and aware, you can listen and absorb. Me and my dad have a joke, a saying, another stupid saying. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And you just have not been ready to receive these gifts. You have not been ready to be present with yourself. And this is why you keep bumping into the same habits, the same distractions, the same numbing. Be present and you can change. This is the start of it all. Last listener question or hesitation. So, what do I actually do? I hear all this. I hear you. I hear what you're saying, blah, blah, blah. You start by noticing where you're absent instead of trying to fix yourself. Just start to notice, become aware of the things around you. Even in your morning, start to question, okay, what is the first thing I do in the morning? What is what is my first thought in the morning? What is my first thing that I'm running to? Is it your phone? Is it coffee? Is it water? Is it the bathroom? When do you brush your teeth? What causes you frustration? Just begin to ask questions and to become aware. That is the place to start. Start by noticing instead of trying to fix yourself. That never helps. The worst judge is yourself. And so just become aware, become a friend to yourself. So that's today's episode. So all of this is why I started the Joy program to help and coach you into awareness instead of just building habits. Before we can add anything to our lives, we have to slow down enough to see what's already there and what we need to change. Most of us are just trying to change something without being aware. There's always a why behind what we do, what we do. Thank you for hanging out. This has been another episode of the Build for Joy podcast. My name is David. Have you been with us? Let me know. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. If you made it through this whole episode, why don't you be present with me for a moment? Follow me on Instagram at Dave Gomez TX, the Joy Coach. I would love to bring you in to the Joy program and what we're building. We're putting out content, episodes, And we're going to be building out a community where we can, as men, build joy together so that we can be better men, better husbands, better fathers. I'm building out what I needed for myself 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So if you want to come along, doing that here on YouTube and on Instagram, we'll see you on the next episode.